Girl, you better give these people back their money. You have no idea what contract you just signed. Give those people back their money. It ain't worth it.
When it comes to this Shiloh Hendrix situation, there's one thing that I've noticed a lot of people are purposely ignoring, and that is the immediate calls for violence. It went from 0 to 100 real quick. I guess because of low impulse control, but all it took was a 30-second clip, not of a woman calling a child the N-word, but of a woman being accused of calling a child the N-word by an accused child predator. All it took was some accused child predator to record a white lady and accuse her on camera of saying the N-word. That's all it took for these people to immediately call for violence, for these people to immediately call for this woman to be killed. There are comments all over social media calling for immediate acts of violence against Shiloh, but not just her, against her baby as well. They are literally calling for this woman to be unalived. They are calling for this woman's baby to be unalived. And they're bold doing it. They're sitting on camera recording themselves, talking about how her and her baby need to be unalived. And I find that very ironic, because they're all upset about a lady saying the word, right? They're all upset about a lady saying their favorite word on camera, a little video of some lady supposedly saying their favorite word to a child. Yet then they, as a response, record themselves literally talking about unaliving toddlers and babies. Now, I've been telling you guys since the beginning that I don't agree with what Shiloh said or did. But when I take a step back and I look at the situation, I think people who are recording themselves talking about killing people and hurting babies, I think that's worse than someone saying the N-word. I'm sorry, I hear the N-word 1,000 times a day, and so do you, and so does everyone else. So, the response to this situation is absolutely insane, and everyone's ignoring it. Let's focus all our anger on Shiloh. How dare she say a word? And we're not going to say anything to the thousands of people recording themselves talking about how they're going to find her and hurt her child. Her little 2-year-old child. They're going to drag him out of his crib and cause him brain damage and stuff. That's literally what these people are openly saying all over the internet right now. But you don't have to take my word for it. You guys know I bring the receipts, I bring the clips, and I have one for you guys to watch in just a moment. But first, if you enjoy this channel, if you appreciate these videos, if you appreciate someone speaking the truth, consider donating via Cash App or Super Thanks, or consider supporting the channel in a free way, like liking the video, sharing the video on social media, dropping a comment, becoming part of the conversation below. And of course, you need to ring that notification bell so you can be notified of my uploads. But with that being said, let's go ahead and watch how violent these people get as they call for, they're literally putting bounties on Shiloh's baby's head right now, online, recording their face, literally putting out bounties on her children. Let's go ahead and roll the clip, and then I'll be right back with more.
Hey, TikTok, I just got a real quick question. So we all know what happened with Shiloh Hendrix and how she got all this goddamn money, right? Off all the wrong reasons. But you know what? It is what it is at this point, right? So I'm just sitting here thinking, what about the baby? What about the baby? Because technically, that baby is going to grow up and be part of the goddamn Triple K. That baby might grow up to be Hitler. That baby is going to grow up and probably be the worst of the worst out there in the world. And you know what? I don't want that baby policing children that look like me. I don't want that baby growing up doing anything else that to people that look like me, all because it was taught that. But since, unfortunately, CPS is not going to be able to do nothing, what should we do? I think you guys should let me know in the comments, because part of my thinking was, Fuck it. Start a GoFundMe, raise about $1 million. Go slap the hell out that baby. Make that baby brainless or something for a while. At least it still get to live. I mean, it just might be a little fucked up, But hey, that's what happens when you grow up with racist ass parents. You gotta eat their consequences.
I know that some of you are sitting at home right now and you're flabbergasted. You're shocked that people could think this way. That people would literally record themselves talking about hurting little babies. Well, guess what? This is the mentality that I've been warning you guys about. This is why I've been speaking out in these videos, because I know that a large portion of this community, not all, but a large portion, they think just like this. They celebrated Austin Metcalf's death. Then they cried about some lady saying the N-word and immediately responded by saying that her baby needs to be found and beaten. I don't even want to get into it. But some of you are probably wondering, how did things get this bad? Well, here's how. Because when people like me put our neck out there, and I ain't got much neck to put out there, folks, and I'm putting the little bit of neck that I have out there, right? I could lose everything for just simply speaking the truth, because that's how things are in America these days. I can get canceled tomorrow. So when people like me put our necks out there to point out the issues with violence in the black community, we get all of this hate, we get all of this pushback. Not just from the communities in question that we're talking about, but no. Everyone, oh my God, they're so sensitive, they can't handle someone pointing out real life issues. So when people like me point out these problems, we get pushback, we get hate. But you want to know who does not get pushback? You want to know who does not get hate? People like the guy you just saw. People are all brave and bold when talking about, no, how dare you say that? That's bigoted. They're brave and bold when standing up to me because they're thinking they're doing what's right. But they're cowards. They tuck their tail between their legs when they see a guy like that talking about hurting white babies. They ain't got shit to say to him. They got a mouthful to say to me, but they're too scared to say anything to him. Why? Probably because they know that they're more likely to get stabbed in the chest by him than me. And why is that? Oh, okay. Oh, I wonder why. So that's the problem. People like me who point out problems, we get pushback. The people causing the problems, the people who are the problems, no one says anything to him. Do you think he has supporters in his comment section saying, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't say that? No. They're all like, yeah, let's find the baby. So this is what I was explaining in past videos. That if we looked at simply what happened at the playground, yeah, you could say, hey, Shiloh is wrong. Obviously, as adults, maybe you feel differently. As adults, we shouldn't carry ourselves that way. We shouldn't be, calling children names and slurs at the park. But at the same time, even if I could acknowledge that is wrong, I'm not going to hop on the Shiloh Hendrix hate campaign when I see that the real hate is really coming from the other side. Yeah, this woman said a word that maybe she shouldn't have said, but now I'm watching thousands of people talking about gathering together and dragging her out of her house and beating her and peeing on her in front of her kids. So this extreme reaction to a simple word, as I've explained, it's going to cause a lot of people to side with the person that said the bad word, because a bad word is not as bad as thousands of people, as a large portion of an entire community coming together to call for the death of a child simply because someone said the same word that they heard in their favorite rap song 400 times that day. That's why I tell people, when these people try to act like victims, when they try to act like they're so hurt and they're so offended, don't believe them. They try to act like they're so sensitive that they're delicate little wallflowers, right? They're little dandelions blowing in the wind. Oh my God, you got to be careful with them. You got to be careful with their feelings, right? They're so sensitive that you can't say this word or it may just cause their world to shatter. But in a heartbeat, the same people that we're supposed to believe are the victims, they're so, my God, I feel so sorry for you. The same people in a heartbeat, in a moment's notice, after seeing a 30-second clip that could even be staged, we don't know, a 30-second clip, no evidence of a 5-year-old autistic child, a 30-second clip of a woman being accused of calling the kid the N-word, and immediately, oh, that lady needs to die. We need to find where she lives. We need to drag her out of her house. We need to find her baby, and we need to cause brain damage. We gotta do that, blah. Like straight up demonic energy, y'all. Straight up demonic energy, if you ask me. In a moment's notice, in a snap of a finger. But these are the sensitive people that, oh my God, if you say a word, it's the worst thing ever. It is the worst thing ever. And we should all come together as white people and we should all feel guilt. It's not just Shiloh's fault. It's all of our fault that she said that word. Oh my God, my ancestors were so terrible. No, that you don't care. I don't care. And this is why I told you I don't care. Because I knew this was the reaction. I knew this was the response. And I don't know how many times other people have to see this play out before they start recognizing the pattern, before they start recognizing and realizing what's going on here. Because you could live in your sheltered life and you could think that you're doing what's right. You're being a good person. But in reality, when you ignore these issues, you're not doing what's right. You're not being a good person. You're being a coward. That is going to cause more problems in the future. You are making this country and this world a more dangerous place for your kids, for your kids' kids, for your kids' kids' kids. Because if it's this bad in 2025 where people are openly recording themselves on camera, not hiding or anything, talking about putting bounties on babies' heads and finding them and beating them until they have brain damage, then imagine how bad things are going to be in 10 years or 20 years if everyone's a coward like a lot of these people who will call me out while ignoring people like the guy we watched in that video. It's only going to get worse. But with that being said, you guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.